This is Alonzo Shepard here at 133.
Yeah, we're going right into this one, aren't we? We got the number 8 wrestler in the country at his weight class, Johnny DiJulius, another top wrestler.
Not getting a break at all here. Johnny DiJulius coming in at number 8. There's not a single easy win on this Ohio State roster, as we're going to find out here.
No, and Johnny DiJulius in his last meet, a very interesting sort of event there. They played Michigan State. It was a home meet, but it was also at his alma mater, his high school in Aurora, Ohio. Incredible. He won his match. It was a homecoming for him. He just escaped 5-2. Really exciting for him.
Oh, what we got here? Looks like DiJulius is going to go for a pin right out of the gate.
Is that a full Nelson or is that a half?
I think it's more half. Now he gets dominant position behind Alonzo Shepard.
And a 2-point near fall for DiJulius. Early lead.
Yeah, early lead. He's starting out similar to the way Tomasello began his match.
Yeah, Shepard's got to watch out because this could turn into a major decision or even a tech fall in a hurry if he is not careful.
Yeah. For 133 pounds, Johnny DiJulius is about as strong as they get out there. This guy is a tough dude out there.
Yeah, DiJulius, a 3-time NCAA qualifier, 4th last year in the tournament, 6th the year before, and 3-time high school state champ.
And as for Alonzo Shepard, he's the only 4-time champ in Jefferson High School at Indiana's history. And he also lettered in soccer and cross country and represented Indiana in the Big Ten tournament at 125 pounds his sophomore year.
Yeah, Shepard, not a well-known guy in the national wrestling community. He's not ranked, but he's got 11 wins on the season, 5 decisions, 3 major decisions, 1 tech fall, and actually 4 falls. So that's not bad, especially for when you're talking about a senior working his way up.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Alonzo Shepard, he's just scrappy. You know. He doesn't take anything from anyone.
No, yeah, you're saying he's scrappy. Coach Goldman talked to us about his team. That's really one of the main adjectives he used to describe: scrappy, tough, tenacious. You know, they want to break you. They're saying break your opponent. I love it. Just mentally too, not just physically.
It's a great mentality to have there. They're trying to break your opponent. Like once you have the mental edge, you can pretty much throw everything else out the window right there. Because if you don't believe you can win, you will not win in that match.
Yeah, wrestling, not just a physical sport, which obviously it is. You can see right on your screen the physicality, but a mental sport. You have to have the wherewithal, the mental acuity to just beat down your man.
It looks like Johnny DiJulius is making good use of the figure 4 leg lock at the border of the boundary lines here.
Yeah, if you're Shepard, you're going to try to force the action out of bounds, but just 25 seconds in the period. It's not easy.
And it looks like he might be trying to use that figure 4 to his advantage there, as he uses that leg to leverage himself against DiJulius.
Yeah, you can see the action here. It's incredibly exciting. You gotta love it.
Oh, without question. You know, as far as DiJulius goes, it does not get much better.
What was it?
Oh, it's close. And that's going to do it for the first period.
Some fun action to end it there. 4-0 to DiJulius after 1.
Shepard looks like he might be in. No.
He was holding his chest a little bit, but.
There might be a little blood there by his nose.
He's one tough cookie.
Yeah,
They're going to call it a blood timeout, quick blood timeout. So he's going to get attended to by the trainer. Important to note, blood timeouts, it looks like you get 5 minutes total as a team. So they'll have time to patch him up and get him ready for this second round. But they can't afford a forfeit, especially after losing that first match, because a forfeit would give 6 points to Ohio State, make it 10-0 early.
And that would be a huge hole to crawl out of, because after Julius, it does not get much easier. You got Micah Jordan, you got Hunter Stever, younger brother of Logan, and then you have Justin Kresovich, who was subbing in as a late scratch for Jake Ryan.
Yeah, Kresovic.
Kresovic?
Kresovic, an early scratch for the coach's son. Both teams have a coach's son, but Ohio State's Jake Ryan not playing today. Justin Kresovic is going to wrestle instead.
Yeah, and Justin Kresovic is no pushover either. Or like I said, top to bottom, these Ohio State wrestlers are tough dudes, and they're really exemplary of their coach.
Oh yeah, their coach actually started out at Indiana. That's his first wrestling job. Was the assistant coach in the early mid-90s, 92 to 95. He was the assistant at Indiana before moving on to Hofstra.
He actually credits Indiana head coach Dwayne Goldman for getting him into wrestling, and while he was the assistant at Indiana, he actually met his wife here in Bloomington.
It's a great story. Actually, he still has the Bloomington connection. Tom Ryan's in-laws still live in Bloomington, and he frequents the area often. Bloomington's a great place to stay and visit and live, apparently, for wrestlers.
Bloomington's a beautiful town. Gotta love it. Looks like Alonzo Shepard is starting to pick things up here against Johnny DiJulius.
Yeah, Johnny DiJulius on the season 12-3, so it's not easy to beat him. But 11 of his 12 wins have come by decision. Just one major decision. He has no pinfalls, one technical pin on the season.
Kind of surprised he has no pinfalls. The way his aggressive nature here.
Yeah, but he's going to look for one here.
Definitely. But first, he's got to get out of this hold. Alonzo Shepard's got him in.
Yeah, Shepard's got him in the Shepard's herd locker.
Yeah, it looks like Shepard's trying to get DiJulius on his back, but DiJulius is not having it. In fact, he reverses it on Shepard and flips position.
The 2-point reversal makes it 6-0.
Again, strong opening by these Buckeyes. Eventually, Indiana is just putting themselves in the holes that are just going to be too tough to crawl out of.
In case you're aware, it's not going to get any easier for Indiana. If you look at Ohio State's next two wrestlers coming up next in the 141, Micah Jordan, number 4 in his weight class, and then Hunter Stieber, number 11. But really, that's kind of a misnomer because he's only played 2 matches on the season. He just came back from a major injury.
No, both guys have outstanding bloodlines, and it's between Micah Jordan and Hunter Stieber. Micah Jordan's brother, Bo Jordan, is wrestling for the 165-pound class.
He's number 2.
And he is number 2, and their father, Jim, was also quite the accomplished wrestler.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, but for right now, we've got DiJulius and Shepard locked in a battle here late in the second.
Yeah, 14 seconds left in the period. DiJulius is going to try and get some late points and see if Shepard can get the escape.
Yeah, Shepard just looking for any points here, trying to avoid a major decision. He can't go down by any more going into the third if he hopes to come away with some points for Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana cannot afford to really lose big here because this is going to be a tough part of their schedule here as they finish out the second period. Indiana, starting against Michigan last week, will be facing 5 consecutive ranked opponents. They faced Michigan and lost 33-6 that meet. They're facing Ohio State this week, and then they're going to be facing the number 2 ranked Iowa on February 5th, followed by Purdue and then Rutgers.
Yeah, it's a really tough schedule for Indiana, but Coach Dwayne Goldman said his team has really already had a successful season. They started out 3-1 in the Big Ten. They're now 3-2. With a big victory over Minnesota and a victory over Maryland. Their first meeting ever between the two teams, and a victory last weekend against Michigan State.
It was absolutely huge, that win against Minnesota, because it did come down to bonus points there, or in the very, very last moments of the match. And it included some huge wins, too.
Oh, yeah, a lot of huge wins there. Looking at this in the third period, you've got Alonzo Shepard trying to get any points here, just some kind of points. He'll be going for it here.
Looks like he's going for some riding time here, as DiJulius looks like he's struggling to get out of Shepard's hold here.
Yeah, DiJulius does lead in the riding time, though, so Shepard's not going to be able to get rid of that bonus point, looks like.
Yeah,
but he'll try to get some points, prevent it from being a major decision.
Looks like DiJulius is trying to push himself off and try and flip the tide on Shepard. If Shepard's not careful here, he can get flipped onto his back. He's got to plant those legs down and really solidify his position.
Yeah, still he's got the hand on the head of DiJulius there. Trying to smush his face kind of in.
Scramble the features there, make him unrecognizable.
Yeah.
I'm sure his mother won't be too happy about that.
No, I'm sure she won't. I'm sure my mother wouldn't be happy if my face looked like a pile of gravy.
I have a couple of dogs who like to bash my face in every now and then, so it's always fun.
Yeah, and you can see Alonzo Shepard just absolutely the perspiration on his face. He's winning.
He's putting everything he's got into this match here. You gotta admire the perseverance here by Alonzo Shepard. It's not going his way, but you can tell the fight has not left him.
He's bloody, he's bruised, he's battered, but he's not giving up. He does not want this to turn into a major decision.
And he's been doing well this round. I think as the match has gone on, he has gotten better and better against DiJulius as he's kind of figured out his opponent's tendencies.
Yeah, he really has, and it's pretty impressive. Again, Alonzo Shepard only 11-13 on the season. Looks like he's not going to win this one, but he will prevent it from turning into a rout.
Yeah, well, that is unless DiJulius can get some quick points here.
Yeah,
in the
DiJulius
last 5 seconds.
already up 7-0, and the bonus point will make it 8 for riding time. It will be a major decision for Johnny DiJulius over Alonzo Shepard.
But a great job that last round by Alonzo Shepard, limiting the damage.
Yeah, limiting the damage, but unfortunately, well, it looks like they will give him just the regular decision. 3 points there for Ohio State as a team, and the win for Ohio State's Johnny DiJulius, who improved to 13-3 on the season. How about our next matchup in the 141 weight class?
We got Micah Jordan here, the redshirt freshman from Urbana, Ohio, taking on Cole Weaver, another redshirt freshman from Hudson, Michigan.
Now here you see the replay between Alonzo Shepard